Hey Aquarius, this is your guys' read for Tuesday. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll see what the universe has in store for you guys today. So universe, what messages do you have for Aquarius? You got some guidance, some wisdom. Whoop. All right, I think she's good to get going. Let's see what cards she pulled for us. So we have the chakra that deals with emotions and desires, spiritual union, moving on, material harvest, and rest and rejuvenate. So I feel like the card that jumps out at me the most here is the rest and rejuvenate. I feel like something you've been working towards, something you've been building on, something you've been putting a lot of effort into, that's been maybe causing stress. I feel like you're about to get a time where now you just need to take time to relax and look after yourself. And it might be your partner as well. I'm going to pull more cards. I'm going to keep building on this read. I got obstacles and challenges, spiritual strength, suffering and silence, mental conflict, and intuition. Yeah, so we've definitely been struggling on a path to something. Been stressed out. I feel like really stressed out. I feel like not sharing the burden either, and carrying it all yourself, not sharing with your partner. I feel like now is the time to do so. The load is always lighter with two, and that's kind of the entire point of having a partner as a team. You guys are a team. You got to look after each other. Two people to share the burden. It lightens the load, makes everything easier. I feel like that's part of what the cards are telling you to do, to be able to share with your partner. I think you guys will find strength within that, and I'm still seeing that rest. I think you need to take a break from whatever's been going on and recharge your batteries is what I'm really feeling here. Really, we've been working towards something financially that's going to bring us that material harvest. That was what you were plugging away at so hard. That's what you've been worrying about so much. From what I can see in the cards so far, it is about to come to fruition, and I feel like that's also going to help you with moving on to the next chapter, because I feel like until you reach that point, you're sort of stuck in this one spot of trying to get to the next step. But I feel like you're getting to the end of that. There's going to be that payoff. There's going to be that financial abundance. I feel like that's what the Nine of Pentacles is speaking to. I feel like the King of Pentacles is also speaking to that. You're going to be getting to a place where you have a lot more options. And you're going to be able to give yourself that time to rest, to relax, nurturing yourself, growing your relationship with your partner, nurturing your relationship there, recharging your batteries, doing that self-care. I have the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands, sorry. I believe that it's speaking to this journey that you're on, and to not feel disheartened, to not feel hopeless, to keep working towards that goal, because you are getting there just around the bend. I have the World card, and to me the World card is a good omen, and it speaks of positive things manifesting in your life, things that you've worked hard to earn. I think you definitely have in this situation. It's caused you a lot of stress, a lot of wear. So you definitely deserve your win on this one. So I have the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords tends to speak of tends to speak of a situation in which you feel like you got the short end of the stick or wasn't fair. I feel like that's what triggered this change. There's something going on in your life. I feel like financially you couldn't do what you wanted to do, couldn't live the life that you wanted to live, and you thought, no, not anymore. Like, I'm not living like this anymore. I'm making a change. I feel like you went out and you've been pushing yourself to make that change. I feel like that's what the 9 of Wands speaks to, that progression over time, fighting those battles, working towards your goal. I have the 6 of Wands, which speaks of triumph and triumphing over challenges. So I feel like it hasn't been an easy road as well. There's been a lot of obstacles on your way, and you've had to just keep fighting through to get towards your goal, keeping your goal in sight. I have the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles represents good news coming soon of a financial nature. So that's also, to me, ties into this 9 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles and the material harvest, that your change is coming soon, your win is coming soon. And I have the 8 of Cups, and the 8 of Cups represents a new bright journey that you're on. And if you can see all the cups left behind, I feel like that's the stresses that you've been dealing with now. You're going to be able to leave a lot of that behind and move forward. This financial gain is going to put you in a much better spot. I have the 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands can represent conflict and fighting. I'm getting a vibe this is like a court thing, like a settlement. It's not like divorce or anything. It's something else. I'm not sure if there was like an injury and then there was a lawsuit. Because I also have the 7 of Wands, which represents standing up for your ideals, drawing your line in the sand, standing up for yourself. And then I have the Hierophant, and the Hierophant can represent an institution, like the justice system. I have the Chariot, which speaks to perseverance. I feel like this is something you've been fighting for a while. And I think it also ties in with the 7 of Swords. Something happened that was unfair. I think it put you in a bad spot. Where maybe you couldn't earn money. It was unfair, whatever it was. You definitely caught the short end of the stick, and you're in a position, I feel like, to take legal action. I feel like that's what you've been fighting for this entire time. I have the Queen of Wands here. I feel like the Queen of Wands is tied into this. This might represent who you're fighting. I'm going to pull some more cards because I want to get more of a beat on that. Because I don't know that it's a single person, per se. Like, it might have something to do more with a business and then the owner of the business. I have the Justice card. Oh, okay. I think they're going to offer you a settlement here. I have the Justice card. And then I have the 5 of Swords. And the 5 of Swords warns against selfish or short-run victories. No, I feel like they did offer you a settlement. They're not going to. They did. And it was crappy. And I feel like that is what the 5 of Pentacles speaks to. Because the 5 of Pentacles represents going through a financial hardship. So I feel like they offered you like next to nothing and you thought, to hell with that, I'm going to court. Feel like you stood up for yourself. You stood up for your rights. I have the 10 of Wands, and the 10 of Wands tends to represent feeling overburdened and overwhelmed. And I think that also speaks to what's going on now and what this process has been. Because yes, you did stand up for yourself, but I feel like it wasn't easy. And it definitely put a strain on things because I feel like this has been happening over time. So during that time, I feel like there was a strain. Two of Swords. The Two of Swords represents feeling deadlocked, having trouble making a choice, feeling confused. And I wonder if it doesn't speak to persevering, or even your fear of the outcome. Because after turning that offer down, I feel like now it's all or nothing. So now it depends on what the courts say as to whether you get your way. And I think you're worried that there's a possibility that you won't. I think there's a lot of fear, and that's what the suffering and silence and the mental conflict is going to as well. You're thinking, well, heck, maybe I should have just took what they offered. I don't know if I did the right thing by standing my ground here. I have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands tends to represent good news coming your way of an emotional nature. But because I got the Page of Pentacles speaking of finance, I feel like they're tied together, because having that money come in, I think, is going to ease a lot of the stress. It's going to ease a lot of the burdens. And it's going to really allow you to breathe again, because I feel like you are just stressed right out and overwhelmed. I have the Queen of Pentacles, and I feel like the Queen of Pentacles also speaks of your outcome. And that is going to put you in a good spot financially. Maybe even financial freedom. But definitely an ability to be generous with others. You're going to have a lot of abundance from this, is what I'm feeling. I also have the Ace of Swords. I got it over the Justice card, which speaks of triumph. I have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles represents a new beginning of a financial nature. Okay, I feel like this is speaking of your journey, this line here, because I also have, I'll start here with the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords represents something coming to a disappointing ending. So I feel like that was the thing that triggered this to begin with. That was the catalyst. But the thing about the Ten of Swords is that this card represents that though this ending was disappointing, it's actually beneficial for you in the long run. I have the Page of Swords. I feel like he speaks to dishonesty from this other party that you've had to take to court, that they didn't care what happened to you, just didn't matter, and they would have just as soon given you nothing and just swept it under the rug. And then I think you had a decision to make. I believe that that's what the Two of Wands is speaking to. You had to choose a path. And then I feel like the Ace of Pentacles is your outcome, your new beginning, financially speaking. Oh yes, very much so. These cards very much fit. I have patience, rejoice and celebration, recognition and reward, and the throat chakra. And the throat chakra represents communication, and in this read, to me, I feel like standing up for yourself and standing up for what's right and getting your dues. That's what I feel like the throat chakra is talking to here. The patience, I feel, is speaking to this process taking time. I feel like you're about to get that recognition and reward. Things are about to go your way, and you are going to have much to celebrate. Alrighty, guys, that's what the card said to me today. I hope you enjoyed the read. Please feel free to comment, like, subscribe. We would love to have you as part of our community here at Tarot Harmony. Alrighty, take care.